It should be 7:40 p.m. in India. So let us start our today's session number 286. And the topic of discussion today is self-inquiry for finding meaning and purpose of life. Just to give that why we have chosen this topic today, because many people are asking me that how to find my purpose of life. What is the meaning? How do I know it? So the spiritual answer is you have to ask your own soul and you get all the answers, as simple as that. But we go into our sixth step. So our soul knows everything. So we need to we have to learn how to connect and then set up the communication. And in the question answer, you will learn everything. No need to ask from anybody else in that regard. And the truth is, nobody else will know that what is actually your own, the true purpose, except your higher self or your own soul. Yeah. Saying so, but it is not always, not everybody is into that level of sadhana when this communication is established fully, that connection and communication with our own soul. So then second layer of question is, how do I find out if, in that, if I don't have the communication with our own soul, so how do I find out? Is there any other way? So this is about that other way. Other way is about the self-inquiry. Means asking yourself, contemplation, don't get distracted when you do this exercise. And there are some set of questions you need to ask yourself, and it is a self-exercise. You can note down, you have your own notebook or, this, and one by one, you ask yourself this question, and then you contemplate and see what answer comes from within you. The other answer will come. So this, and then you note it down. Okay, this is what I got. Yeah. So you have to create that, ambience for that. You have to be isolated from any distraction outside world, and then maybe a little bit of meditative mode you have to go. Then one by one, you have to ask yourself and get the answer, note down the answer. Yeah. And if in case you got like a more than one straightforward answer, you note down all the points. Both of them will be the indicators towards the actual point. So this is how we do. This is how we find that what we are meant for. Okay, not what we want. This you have to clearly understand why we are saying you have to prepare yourself and like distraction and all those things, because these answers, if it comes from your own ego, who wants to project itself, what is want, then whole exercise is ruined. Same is the case if it is coming from any of your conditioning. This is how society expects me to do. This is what my family wants me to do. This is how I'm like grown up in finding these values, and this is what it is. If it is based on those things, those are called conditionings. Different type of conditioning, our childhood conditioning, family conditioning, educational conditioning, religious conditioning, political conditioning, many. There are many conditioning are there. So if those answers coming from those conditioning, then this is also ruined. Because why ruined? Because when we have taken birth, there is a certain purpose and there is a certain plan we have. Yeah? And the soul's plan, we discussed it in other session. I'm not going to repeat that. The soul part of it again. This is about the other part. How to practically address this. That's what the session is all about. Yeah? So in that sense, the answers will give, and mostly the practical answers. It is not spiritual. Means there is a spiritual connotation to it, but those are not based on spirituality. It is just like a practically how to arrive at that. In fact, when we go through this exercise, later on we can spiritually, when we establish our communication with our higher self or our inner guru or the soul consciousness, we can confirm that later. Yeah. So a two-step process, you can say that. So if we don't have that advantage, this is the first step. That's what we are going to approach. So just I repeat just what I said. Two things you have to avoid during the exercise. Yeah. Any ego intervention. Ego means what you want. Yeah? That I want this, I want it to be projected myself like that. If it is based on, if your ego is answering, that it is the wasted, So, and it is your completely private individual exercise. So it is no need to impress someone else or the society or, the family or friends or anybody else. It is for you, to find it out. Basically, who am I to find it out? Yeah. So this you have to be honest, and you have to consciously, any kind of thing, ego is, like wanted to make an entry, you have to make sure it is not spoiling this exercise. This is number one. And second one, what I said, that it should not come from the conditioning. What your society wants from you, or family expects from you, and you are supposed to be like that, and there is no such thing because you are supposed to be like that. Yeah, it is we have been drilled in our brain of certain conditioning. That's why we think likewise, and that is why even our idea about ourselves is based on the conditionings. So that we have to avoid, because this needs to be honest exercise. Why honest? We need honest exercise because we need to reach to the truth. It is not a point if it is given us some kind of picture which is not the truth, then whole purpose is ruined. Okay, so this is the basic thing we need to understand while doing this exercise. Okay, now let us come to our actual questions and how we address it. Suppose you've taken a paper, you printed those questions, you take a printout in your hand and keep some gap so that you can write the answers. You contemplate one by one on each question. Yeah. So now let us go into the one by one of those questions. Then I will explain what does actually mean of each one of them. First one, what I enjoy doing. Yeah. So this particular thing, there are, we have our own age is quite a many years, and if not decades, we have passed on this planet Earth, and we have different sort of experiences, and each year having 365 days, and then each day have at least we have a 16 hours awake state of time. So we have multiplied by that many 60 minutes. We have plenty of opportunity to experience different type of thing. Yeah. From your experience, this is the exercise to find out exactly what you truly enjoy doing. Okay. You have to just find out what you feel that, like if I do that, I really, cherish. It can be anything. It can be reading a book or looking at the birds or anything. Yeah. Like what you enjoy doing. Yeah. So it may not be the very hi-fi thing, because the moment you go to hi-fi, your ego enters. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Simple things you enjoy doing, you find out. There may be more than one. That's fine. List them up. But you should be honest that what you really truly enjoy doing, and that you have to list it down. Because when you enjoy doing something without any external pressure, without any expectation, and without any timeline target to achieve in the professional area, or some exams to pass in the educational academic time, or what you expect your duty as a family member, none of this. You find out what you truly enjoy doing. By the way, it is possible that really what you enjoy doing is a part of your profession also. That is excellent. That's very good. Yeah. What I'm saying is that you can note down something which you enjoy doing even in the profession, but reverse is not true. Like what you are supposed to do, you are doing that and you're thinking I'm enjoying it. That may not be true. Maybe something you enjoy doing, you may not get too many chances. Yeah. But you really enjoy it. Maybe you wanted to enjoy looking at the sunrise or visiting some, like a sea beach, whatever, anything. Like enjoy eating a certain food. You find out what are those things. So anyway, so you find out. Maybe it is something like you enjoy helping people, giving it to somebody. You enjoy talking about a particular topic. Okay. So you find it out. So what are those things you truly enjoy discussing or getting involved into, and you are doing yourself? So those kind of things. So those now let me. So I hope you understand what I mean. So those are the answers to those things. Honest answer you have to write down there in your worksheet or paper. To answering this question. So what is the purpose is that what happens is that now I'm giving a little bit of background that what is the background of why you are looking into this kind of answers. Yeah? Our life purpose, even if we consciously know or don't know, it is already given at the beginning of our life. This particular life, it is already planned as a part of our soul's plan. Yeah, how soul's plan develop, I'm not going into that detail. That I already explained, but. So we have been given a certain kind of characteristics at the at the time of our birth. When we grow up, those characteristics are become a part and parcel of our own being, our own existence. So then, what are we enjoy doing? We enjoy doing something when that particular thing, what we are meant to do, that clicks. Okay, let me try to explain it a different way. Yeah. Suppose certain, maybe 10 different things we are meant to do. Means that is the way we have to work more in this lifetime. When you touch upon those things in our daily, we don't know which one, maybe out of 100, few of them we really enjoy doing. That means those are the activities. Those are out of those who have been selected for us. That's why we enjoy doing. Otherwise, we would not have been. If it is not meant for us, then we would not have been enjoying doing that. So if we enjoy means that your internal support is there. Internally, you are aligned, with the external stuff. That's why you are feeling something enjoyable. Okay. So these things you have to find it out. So what you enjoy doing, these are the clue that you are getting, that most of these things, what you truly enjoy doing, again, I'm saying not what people appreciate or for what doing you get an award or you get, promotion in office. I'm not saying that. Yeah, it is truly to you only, maybe practically there is no reward for it, just for your own satisfaction. Find out those points. Yeah. Which you make you satisfied. Yeah. Which you really, truly enjoy. So that thing is the point number one. Second point was what other people appreciate about me. So you may be doing, because we are all social animals, so we'll be doing interacting social family people. So we'll be interacting with different people. Yeah. So we actually, knowingly or unknowingly, we express ourselves. We are all unique. Yeah. We have our own characteristics. So we are all unique. So our expression, our dealing with the external world is also unique. Yeah. Okay. What basic fundamental understanding is, we do certain things because it is approved by me. That's why you are doing it. If it is not approved by me, I would not have done at all. Or something where it makes us happy. That's what we are going to do certain things. Yeah. While doing all those kinds of things, you find out which particular quality more than one people has spoken about you. Means feedback loop. Try to get the feedback of which are the qualities in you that many people have already given you feedback with. So which are the common ones? Okay. So suppose it can be a very simple thing. So maybe suppose people have complimented you, you have a very nice smile. Yeah. So maybe 5 different people in the 5 different parts in your life, they have complimented you for the same thing. Yeah. This you note down here. But this is the feedback, the honest feedback. Of course, again, you should not, somebody is what is called flattering you and their words. Don't put it in this because they have some vested interest into that. Those are not honest feedback. Particularly find out those kinds of feedbacks which the other party, they have no vested interest into it. Because it is not distorted. We're trying to reach to the truth, right? So now we have to, but it is now your assessment. You will know that which somebody is just false, making some compliments and just to draw your attention or some vested interest, or they are truly appreciating something about you. So try to pick up those points. So it is not about all the things we did because we think at that particular point of time, at the particular type of situation, at the particular type of environment, that is the best thing we could have done. All of us, we are doing that. Every moment is like that. Yeah. Out of that, it is not that what is your intention. Yeah. Your intention is always to be the best possible. Yeah. But what are the things others picked up? That is more important. Yeah. So it is also said, somebody's normally type when some clash or conflict happens, some people say, oh, no, I didn't mean it. Yeah. It is not important what you meant. It is important how the other people has received it. That makes the scenario. Yeah. So it is not about whether you intentionally, unintentionally said or done something. It is what is the impact on others that makes the difference. No? Same here. Try to pick up those impacts and try to get the feedbacks, the good feedbacks about you. Yeah, those are the ones. If it is not so good, like critical, then look at, that's a different exercise. Look at it, those things, do self-analysis, try to improve upon that. Yeah. If it is there, is not good. But if the good one, maybe those are the areas are your strong points. Those are the things, if you pursue those, you will be reached to the excellence category in those areas. Suppose some people say you talk very nicely or you talk very articulated way which convince people. Yeah? Pick up those. Yeah? If you do have those qualities, you use that kind of thing, your style of talking and articulation, what convince others, that can make you much higher position. Yeah? Maybe you will, the work you choose, that is like choose like an influencer or something. Like you use this skill to convey your messages and for the betterment of the others. Okay, we'll come back to that, how we utilize it. That comes later. But first, how to find out. So those are the feedback loop you analyze, and then you find out what people are actually complimenting about you. Those are your points, are what you are born with. Because from you yourself, you cannot know everything, because it is not possible. Because as I mentioned, when we throw something out, not throw is not the right word, when we give away something to the outside world, all of them we have at that moment of time, that is the best we have given. No? But out of those so many hundreds, maybe few of them get the appreciation. So pick up those, try to register those, and so that you can point it out. No, this is my good point. And by the way, this has nothing to do with a comparison with anybody else. You need not to be somebody else. It is your unique characteristic, you are picking it up. Even something given as not so complimenting way, but somebody is giving feedback which looks like a critical about you, like you're all the time you are giving your opinion about something. Suppose this is the feedback you receive, giving opinion. One way is you can say this is a criticism, no? But another way we look at it, if you do have you can in any given situation or any event, if you can give in your opinion, that means opinion comes from your assessment, and those kind of assessment, if you are good at it, yeah, even you can prosper with this quality. Yeah. Let me give an example. Suppose somebody can have a very good looking at, say, some movie. They can give a very critical about it. They can find out what happens to this and what the acting quality and narrative of the story, etc. They're very critical about it. They can be very good film critic. Yeah, people will pay that. Other the publications, they will pay for giving critical review of a film. I'm just giving an example. So not all those things is bad in that sense. Yeah. Like, let me give you one of my interesting things. Not now. Now I'm just keeping my spiritual life apart from this earlier part thing. I was very good any given thing, like particularly for the engineering or the plant or any facility, I'm very good at finding fault. Where is the fault? Okay. Which was not working properly and which is not, functioning properly. I can find out within seconds. Yeah, this area is not, not looking good. And my career was very good developing in the inspection thing. Now, actually, I'm whatever my professional background, the corrosion engineering and all these things. It is like a doctor's job in the industrial area. Like what can doctor do for physical body, we do for the engineering, like a plant and structure and pipelines and things like that. So we need the specialization to find the fault, and once a problem is known, the problem is half solved. So first you have to know which are the true problem, then only you can go in the solutions. Yeah. So if you are good at it, finding fault, then also there is a lot of professional value involved. If you get it as a profession, suppose in industrial area, if you can find fault very quickly, and then further that can be worked on the available technology and the solution. So you are valued, because all machines, they are not running perfect all the time. Some problem may come appear, but if you are very good at finding that fault where it might have occurred, then that is also having a value. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Those are your unique qualities. Those you need to find it out from the feedback you receive from the different people, maybe in the different unrelated events, unrelated people and things like that. But those you pick up those points, yeah, which are that the things are told about you, and then from there you can bring those points. What is your strengths in that sense? What is your unique characteristics? You find out about that. Yeah. Okay, so second one was that I explained what other people appreciated about me. So out of feedback, forget about not so good feedback, but what you are appreciated for, those are your unique qualities that you have to pursue, because those you are born with. Yeah. Then another thing next is, what is the best that comes out of me spontaneously in emergency situation? Again, in your lifetime, you might have faced quite a few emergency situations. And it can be a medical emergency. It can be, maybe you're stuck in a foreign land and miss the flight or whatever. Some emergency can happen. And then during those kind of, emergencies, how you tackled with that. Not every type of emergency, some type of emergency, something came out at the time when you are threatened, like the situation demands. Yeah. So normally those things does not come out from us, but it is called we raise to the occasion, and then we did something, said something, or decided something. Those are our unique qualities that only come up during this kind of situation. Abnormal situation or emergency situation come out. So now you look back, reflect on those situations you faced in your life and how you reacted to it. Negative one you drop. I cried too much, I shouted those are not the qualities. Those are the reactions you have to get rid of. But if you have done something which ultimately led to a solution to it, or ultimately you come out of it quickly, pick up those. Those are your strong points, that to deal with it, and those are the things can help you to, to find out what are those points that which will be your strengths, and which only comes out if there is a emergency situation in the external world. So then only those things are come out. It can be very simple, like I didn't lose my calm, or or it can say that yeah, many people are shouting at me, but I didn't react. That means it shows your strength, not to every poke you react and burst like a bomb, or maybe a testing of your patience. Yeah. So, or even something of little higher, maybe under the given circumstances, you didn't lose your value. Yeah. Means there was a shortcut method to, cheat someone and break way out, but you didn't do that. So those kind of things you pick up. Those are your areas of strength. Maybe also just facing the challenge head on is also a quality. No matter what the consequences is, but you have to go with the conviction and face it. Yeah, you didn't run away. Yeah. Anyway, so you find out. So these are some of the qualities. Normally, it's not available. It only comes out in the extraordinary situations. So those comes up within you. And then what are the good ones that it actually helped you to survive and overcome that kind of emergency? Those are the qualities are built into you that you can cash on. So that one, yeah, that is a positive point you have within you. Okay, next is about number 4. What is my zero tiredness work? Okay, zero tiredness work, or let me put it in this way, like doing certain works. If you lose the sense of time, or you enjoy doing hours after, most of the things like these are coming to we call it hobby. Suppose gardening, all these things. If you can do hours together, and you will not get tired. Or something of that nature. If you some activity that we are getting involved, maybe hours and hours together, but you don't get tired. That means you really like doing that particular work, and that is the reason you are not getting tired. Yeah, we get tired doing certain work what we don't like to do. Okay, internally, if we dislike doing, when a little bit of doing here and there, we feel very, very tired over on when it will end and all those kind of things. So most of the people, like whatever the way, many work they do, those they don't like to do, and that's why they got tired in doing something. But if something you do, it may be a very simple thing. Yeah? It can be just maybe cooking. Or something painting. You can hours you can paint. You don't feel tired. Yeah? So those are the kind of things that is the it is expression of creativity, and those things we call it a zero tiredness activities. So find out those activities, that which you don't feel tired, even if it is done for the extended period of time, hours together, you don't feel tired. Those are the things that is in you, which is resonating with you, and you like to do things. And even it is prolonged, don't feel tired. There's another indication that zero tired activities, those are your plus points. Yeah, note down. These are my characteristic. These activities, I don't feel tired while doing these things. Yeah. So this is about that. And next question related to it. So what fires my passion? Why I'm saying related to it? Because if something we are passionate about, then when we follow our passion, we lose our sense of time. That is the one way of measuring what we are passionate about. But anyway, if you know something you are passionate about, maybe you are passionate about when we were the children, we were passionate about maybe postage stamps collection or coin collection and things like that. We're passionate about that. So even if we spend hours together, we will be very passionate about these things. Or before that, we used to, collect stickers of the cricketers and footballers and all those kind of things. Doesn't matter what the content is. But if you spend some time into that and you spend hours together into those activities, that means you're passionate about that activity. That is the quality within you which can engage you hours together without getting tired. That is the first part of it. But second part answers why it happens, because you are passionate about it. Passion technically, not technically, spiritually means passion means love in action. Okay. That means you love that subject, you love that activity. And when you are engaged into that, and that is called your passion. Yeah. So this passion, it can be any other thing. Like maybe it is like trekking and mountaineering in the mountains, or maybe just simply traveling into another, walking in nature, whatever you like to do. You're passionate about that. You don't feel tired. You can walk, kilometer after kilometer. You still don't get tired in the natural environment. That may be your areas of passion. Yeah. Anyway, so those are the things that it is the area of your passion. So those are also unique. You collect those. So those like your, those are your internal alignment with those activities are there. That's why you are passionate about it. That's why you love it. So again, don't compare with anybody else. Don't go into the level which passion is, highly valued and which are not so much where nobody cares. Don't go into that. Yeah. So even your passion is collecting different kind of stones, different shape, different color. So be it. It's okay. Maybe nobody cares about stone collection. It's okay, but you like it. Yeah. That's what you need to find out. Yeah? That's what you need to find out. And that is the area of your passion you note down during this exercise. What are those things? Even in the real, the worldly terms, it may be minor, not so important. It doesn't matter. But if you like to do, note it down. Yeah. All right. So that is about the passion. As I mentioned, now the spiritually, passion means love in action. So if you love to do, following it up something, that is called you are passionate about something. Yeah. Okay. Next is what gives me a feeling of accomplishment. When you have done certain things will give you some sense of accomplishment. Yeah. You accomplish something, you feel internally. Whether externally you get rewarded with that or not doesn't matter. Yeah. It can be materialistic, like if I earn this much amount of money and I feel like I'm accomplished, or if I buy this house or that car and it's possible. I'm not saying there is no judgment, yeah. But only thing is, you should truly feel that. You should truly feel that. It's not a momentary stuff that goes and like law of diminishing return happens, means those are temporary things. We are not talking about that. But some activity repeatedly give you the sense of accomplishment. Yeah, it can be like maybe helping people, you donating money to the needy, or giving it for a charity. When you do that, maybe there is no recognition. Nobody gives you Nobel Prize for that, but you have a sense of accomplishment that I have contributed something. Boon se sagar banta hai. Yeah. Maybe contribution may be just a drop of water, but this contribution is equally important to make the sea to happen. Yeah? So that is your sense of accomplishment. I have played my part, and that is your own sense of accomplishment. Again, not what others talked about and what others say about these things. Yeah, it is your sense. If you truly feel that I feel satisfied of that, yeah, or something like maybe some some animal. So maybe, you find one street dog maybe hit by a stone or maybe limping, somebody hit their leg and all. You carried that, dog to a veterinary, clinic, and then give the necessary things. And after they got cured, and then you put it back to the streets. This particular activity it is giving you some kind of like a sense of satisfaction within you. This is you feel that you accomplished something. You are not supposed to do all those kind of things, but when you did it, it gives a different kind of joy. Yeah, it is a sense of accomplishment. At least I saved one street dog. One day, it's okay. One day, one dog I saved. That is a sense of accomplishment. Or maybe, earlier I used to say everybody has a what is called bucket list. No, that I like to do this in my life. So I have, when I graduated and all those things. So from that time I have one wish, a bucket list, that because I am educated, I came from the educational system, and that our education system, not everything we can pay, like many things are government supported or whatever, the different systems, but not everything is paid by me or my parents, or, they don't have capacity to pay everything about the cost of my, education. Yeah. Anyway, whatever it is, then I had one bucket list. So if I am educated, now I will make sure at least one uneducated person I make educated. Maybe, maybe somebody in the slum children. Yeah. We have to give some kind of, basics of teaching to them. Maybe 5-6 children, I have been given some kind of basic education to them, and they now started reading, or I'm supporting them getting educated admitted into school or something. That is a sense of achievement or sense of, this accomplishment I have. Yeah. So my target was, at least I am educated, coming from the system, at least one who is not fortunate enough to get the education, I will help to get support in the education to get into that. Yeah. Or help someone in need to get it education. Anyway, that's a different thing. Finally, I landed up in joining our college alumni association, and then into the scholarship program. I still run it for maybe more than 10 years or 20 years and things like that. And each year hundreds of, and I'm not saying I paid, I just with the coordinator to collect it. Per year, 100 students, some financial support. I landed up into that. But what I'm saying is, basically the arts came from that. I need to give it back because I'm coming educated out of that system. Now I have come back, I have to return it somehow, this part. And that should be free. Like that should not be my profession. I should not charge for that. So that is my way of, giving it back. And that bucket list has got long back, but that is what it is. That is a driving factor. So what I am suggesting now, you also find out what is there in you that which you feel the sense of satisfaction or accomplishment into your, in your own life. Yeah? It may not be the same thing, maybe something else. It's okay. But that is the thing you find out. Yeah. Because those things, if you pursue, will give you true joy. Yeah. Again, you may not get award, or even recognition from anyone else. It does not matter. But it is your own accomplishment, your own bucket list tick mark. Yeah, that is what it is. Okay, so now the next one is about 7. What would I like to accomplish if I have only one more year to live? Okay, now we're going little serious questions. Yeah. Now you are in a certain point in your life. Yeah. Now everything maybe so-called happened. Opportunity came, it happened, and things like that. Now we are going to the territory where we have to accelerate it. Like we need to find out what is there. Or maybe so far what I was talking about in the historically past, what had happened. But what about the thing, what is in me but did not happen so far? What are those? We need to find out that. So now give it a honest thought about, think that my life is, maybe active life is maybe next 1 year. 1 year I have, and I have to accomplish something. What are those something that I'm going to accomplish in next 1 year? Okay, think that this is a technique to accelerate those things, which are those bucket lists which are not yet revealed in your experience so far. If you think about it, it will accelerate, it will come in front of you. Because those are equally important. You cannot leave everything for chances. So as we discussed earlier, some may be coming through some feedback from others, some may be coming automatically, and something coming maybe out of emergency situations. So those are, but still there may be much more that is not revealed so far. You need to find out those things. So then to find out those things, don't wait till that kind of situation happens. You have to simulate that condition, like you have to, this is the deep go into the self-enquiry mode. Find out what are, means if your time is limited, then naturally you will say, no, I need to finish these things. Before I leave this world, maybe 1 year is left, then I have to do it. So those kind of stuff, you have to get it from within you and then note it down, because those are your priority. That's why the 1 year term is given. Means you obviously will try to, because time is limited, you need to finish so many things that you are yet to be done, and those will come out during this exercise. And note it down. That will give you very, very important aspects of this about your life to-do list, what is yet to be done. So if you go into the something of the time restrictions, then it will come out faster. Otherwise, always we'll procrastinate. So we'll think about it later. But if you think about it later, then that later, it will go and it will never come. So if you have to bring it forward, that is the way we deal with it. We give a certain time frame. Next 1 year, suppose that's what I have as a active life up to next 1 year, what I can do. I'm physically, I'm still fit, I can think clearly, I don't have any disease and all those kind of things. I can do something now. So those, you find it out, those things. So what you can accomplish it can be, in other way, it can be also overcoming some negativity also, some not so good qualities. Like, that I had some alcoholism issues. Maybe if you do have certain things, shortcomings, maybe next 1 year you like to overcome those things. So those are also, you bring it forward. Find out which is the area of your priority that you like to address and note it down. Those are the points are within you that you are supposed to address in this lifetime. And this is the one, it is that will give you the objectively that this is then you can, back calculate and say how you approach it and what is practically done and how to go about it and what other planning needed to achieve that. That's a different thing. That's a managing it, executing it. But at least you find out what are those. All right. What is next? As per my past experiences in life, what field I shine best outside of my formal education? This is also some area I'm saying, unless until it is your core profession and your core, education. Obviously, you have chosen to study that, and your profession will be, most of the things will be dependent on your formal education. So it is obviously you might have achieved something in your professional life or that based on that education. Other than that, okay. Because those may be coming out of your educational conditioning. So that also need to go here. So other than what is your educational background, other than that, what are the other things that you have encountered in your life based on your past experience? Then you shine there. You have been appreciated, you have been successful in doing that. Yeah. See, like, again, I'll give my example. I have already given the scholarship thing kind of stuff, which is not, I never taught, all those kind of things. Another thing I used to like, the traveling and organized travel. That these things I used to like. It's not part of the thing. And what happened was in our college, there is some society, Electrical Engineers Society and EES. So then I was elected as a tour secretary in the third year, and then a general secretary the next year, organizing tours. Yeah. So college tours, and then later on, I, get involved into the mountaineering and mountain climbing, and I was organized in the climbing tours and things like that. So the later on, I was just involved into like our alumni activities or many other group tours. Even I used to organize trips for spiritual trips for the Guruji Prem Nirmal Ji. And even now, I'm not actively involved. Like all you know that many volunteer to help into organizing those camps and all, but I just guide. So those are the area of passion, like how to organize something, some traveling or something what people will enjoy. Some gathering outside some place, will stay somewhere together outside. It can maybe a resort, or maybe it is a boat ride or whatever. Yeah. What people will enjoy, what are the type things they like food they like to eat, what are the type of enjoyment, entertainment we like to things in. This is one of the area of my passion, and I used to spend some time on all these things. Passion, again, I lose sense of time, so I used to voluntarily do it without years together. And many friends of our college friends are also there, they know me, all these things. But these are the kind of things outside what is you're supposed to do in your academics or profession. Outside that, find out which are the areas you shine. Yeah. When you attempt to do that, you get appreciated, and that you make it successful. Even if what I mentioned about some traveling and event management, if that is the area you're passionate about, try to do that. Do your best. Yeah. So anyway, those are the type of things you find out what you are good at. What are the other things you shined about? Those are some clues and hints are there. Those are the area of your strong points. Yeah. So that is your internal strength you already gifted with. So pursue that. You will get it, that will give you, open up more further accomplishment in your life and your life purpose. Yeah. Okay. Next is about the same is what makes me feel I am making most of my life. Yeah, it is also. So it is similar to the field of accomplishment, but at the same time, this particular question is based on the value. It is not the time you spend there. Earlier, what we mentioned, that how much time of our life we spend in different activities. Now, this accomplishment is about accomplishment, right? What is the point is, no, not accomplishment, sorry. That was the previous point. This is what makes me feel I'm making most of my life. Yeah. This is about the value. Which are the things makes that, yeah, I'm this is value to me, means this, makes me feel that I have, whatever my life's philosophy are met here, like this value is satisfied here. Whether I spend too much of time into that or not doesn't matter. Whether I run behind it, pursued, make it happen, effort given, not necessarily. Yeah. These kind of things, so will also give you some inner characteristics within you which make most of my life. Yeah. So that is like, let me give you another thing. Value, I'm saying that quite a, earlier, I feel like I just feel like giving something, donating, or even like, spending some time in explaining something about better way, like more objectively, or maybe explaining such a way that other person understand is very, very well. When the other person truly understood the matter, I have a feeling that my purpose has been served. Like, I'm thankful that I become a media or medium of passing that particular concept, that particular education, or particular amount of money passed through me and reach to the certain people. This thing, I used to get that some good kick out of it. Another aspect also, it also happened that many time maybe I didn't get many things in my life from my maybe superiors or all those things, but I make sure the people who are working under me, they get most out of this, not because they wanted to be praise me and all those things, just by nature. So that suppose I'm hiring somebody in our company, I make sure that person gets good salary, or the position is as per their educational background. We appreciate that experience, and so that I make the whole system, I have to put it such a way that the best thing goes to that particular person. It also happens if I'm going reviewing somebody annual appraisal. Also, I give very good things. Yeah. If I have to correct someone, I will call that person and personally say, you correct these things. Maybe I will say, if I don't this, I will kick your back, like that. But I do face to face to correct that person, but I never reflect that into their appraisal. Never, nothing on record. Correction verbal, appreciation on record. Okay. But I haven't got that. Means my bosses, they didn't treat me like that. In fact, I got many things where I'm not get what I'm supposed to, but that's okay. That. So this particular aspect, that even if I don't get, I have a feel that it is some value is being satisfied. It is makes my life, my value system is upheld. It has not got contaminated by what I faced from the system. Yeah. If I have got any contribution, any power, used it for the betterment of the people, not against the people. Yeah. Because it goes through my filtering, my value system. This aspect, when they prosper, or they get it, whatever the maximum possible amount, the maximum possible position, the good package, or good ranking into the appraisal and all those things, I feel that it make my life. My effort has been successful because the effect. Well, later on, many people, they may not keep in touch with me. That's okay. It's not about the desirability of that person or their behavioral pattern. Nothing to do with that. Yeah. So these are the finer things that you need to find out, within you, in your system. Because if you have any such qualities, those are like something what money cannot buy. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Some of the qualities you may have, one external systems or money cannot buy. Those are the priceless things you carry. Find out those things where you have shifted from selfish motive to selfless motive. Those are your key things of your characteristics. Find out those things. What you have done that it does not reflect, that definitely it is not part of your duty or assignment that you have to do. So I'm not saying that I have to do appraisal of my subordinate, that I have done. I have done 50 people's appraisal. I'm not saying that. That is my duty. I have to do it anyway. During the process, what approach I took, what gave me the inner satisfaction, that I am telling. It's not the quantity. Maybe somebody else has done appraisal, maybe 500 persons. I have, in my lifetime, I might have done for maybe 70, but that's okay. This is not about the quantity, but out of those 70, maybe whatever tried to do, maybe 50 of them, they got very good, thing, whatever they deserve or even better than that. So that is my satisfaction, that I am able to use my power for the betterment of the people, out of the given system. I'm not blaming the system why I could not give better marking, better appraisal for people, and the other way around. No, basically I manipulated the system for this betterment. And some of the cases it would so happen that I have to take, to protect someone, I have to become like a shield, and I'm blamed for that, and I lost my job. But I didn't say the bad thing about that person. Later on, they themselves realized, and they cried to me and said, "Why, sir? Why you are doing this?" and all those things. You could have everybody could have done the same way. Let's go and put blame on us. I said, no, it's not about you. Yeah. Because if I do this, then I cannot forgive myself. That's all. It is, the system is fundamentally, system is not, I'm not surviving because of system. Like I'm surviving because of some divine plan, and I'm to make sure I'm not deviating from my divine plan. No matter what happens, many things will happen. System will crush, thing like that. It will happen. It's okay. But now, if I lose in the process, then I lost the exam of my life. If I got deviated from my values, if I become corrupt, or I, try to survive on putting somebody else's down, or maybe I show my power by, canceling leave of my subordinates and all that. It's nonsense. It's not that I cannot do, but the thing is that does not show truly me. Who am I? And that is where I got failed. I become one of the system product. So the uniqueness will go. And of course, you have to pay price for that. And I'm ready to pay price for that. I paid price for that many times as well, But I never, ever, reverse it and think that I was wrong and I should not have done that. Why? What is the need to help them? Let them go to hell. Why should I bother? No. Because I cannot run away from myself. So that value is still intact. I lost many things, many things, a lot of money, a lot of things, I faced a lot of, bias and, cheating, but I'm not contaminated. At least I can face myself today. So that whatever I say, that comes from that conviction, not about to make something to please anyone. Okay. There is one poem in the Mother Teresa's ashram, and written by, I think, few years back I posted into the group. Maybe I will post it again. There is a, there is a poem, and Mother Teresa, she did not write it, but she, I think, added one last para or put it on her ashram in Kolkata, on the wall. That was, and at the end that it says that finally it is between you and God and nothing between you and them anyway. It was never between you and them anyway. I think the name of the poem is Anyway. Okay. I'll post it again so you can say. So I have read that, that has that particular poem has given the philosophy of my life. It shows that if you, go into the so-called right path, the path of the higher value, and you will be stoned, you will be hit, there will be a lot of people conspire against you. Exactly, it looks like those are, my life story. But end of it, last line, it says it is never between you and them anyway. It It was always between you and God, like you, your creator. So it is, so I'm only answerable to that. I'm not answerable, and I'm not need to be successful in every phase of my external life. So that was it is. Anyway, I'll post that the poem in the group. You read it. You will understand what I'm saying here. Anyway, if you have those, I'm sure you have the many qualities like this, what I just explained. I'm saying that there may be something subtle, the value level. It not necessarily, it is the external reward or achievement per se. But if you can, out of all the adversities, if you can maintain certain values in your life, able to maintain, even partially, that's okay. Not every time you're successful, that's also okay. Yeah, no need to be perfect. But if you are able to do it, those are the points will be the very highly valuable, because you are made of those values. Yeah? So if you can maintain those values, then that is makes your life. Yeah? That's what this point is all about. So I read the point again. What makes me feel I'm making most of my life? So I explained one of such issues, that those values, when I'm able to meet those kind of values, as I mentioned about the subordinates and others, I feel that it makes my life. Yeah, I may get nothing in the real world. Yeah, rather opposite, but it makes me feel that I get something from life. Yeah, able to achieve something out of all adversities. I got something better. So now, just to spiritually speaking, now those are about my professional and practical life. Now let me connect with the spiritual stuff. Like it is all about purpose of life. I have done my own exercise of my purpose of life and meditated and talked to my soul and all those kind of things. Yeah. So again and again, I asked that what is the purpose of my life? Yeah, this life. What is the purpose? And spiritually speaking, now practically I've already explained. I hope you understand that how to do it and what I was talking there. Now then I meditated. Purpose of life. What I got? Just 2 words: to give. That's it. Okay. What is the purpose of my life? To give. To give what? To give naturally what I have. No, I cannot give something what I don't have. So that is the urge to give. Like I'm saying that donating money, or maybe sparing some time for the voluntary activities, or even that imparting knowledge. Yeah? So it is flowing through me. Yeah? Giving a knowledge. By that receiving a knowledge, maybe you have spoken 100 words, but maybe 1 million words. Out of that, if few words, transform somebody else's life, that's a big achievement. It's not necessarily that person will say you are great and all, and nothing of that sort. But that is changed. That impact has happened. You never claim that ownership, and by now that nothing is claimed by me. But what I'm saying it is a joy of giving. That joy I experience. Yeah? If somebody else's life changes for better, suffering from something, from the knowledge and something, the maybe recommended certain practice, and practice has been followed, and they change, positive change happen in their lives. Yeah, that is a great satisfaction. Yeah? There is no claim here. Maybe even those persons are asking me. I say no, I have not done anything here. But knowingness is there. It has passed through me. Okay, so those giving parts come there. It's satisfying my life mission of giving. Yeah, to give. This is the way to achieve salvation or moksha or whatever. Yeah, this is the purpose of my life. So, but anyway, that is spiritual stuff. So forget about that for the time being. But you have to find out practically what are the things of those things, even the subtler ones. As I that it is just to like helping others. Giving whatever things under your control, best pass on best to others and things like that, irrespective of whether you get it or not. Those one aspect. And so similar one, and find out. I'm sure you are in your life, you might have got the similar things somewhere, multiple times, in multiple areas, multiple situations. Find out those things. Those makes your life. Those makes your life what? It makes your life meaningful. Those gives you meaning to your life. All we are looking for the meaning of our life. Otherwise, at the end of our life, we find everything is meaningless. What I have achieved in my life, what I have done in my life. There's no meaning. A lot of things, but no meaning. A lot of achievement, no meaning. So those comes next few questions you will ask, you understand about what I'm saying. That reminds me about, I shared one story, the survey once, that survey done earlier, maybe 50, 60 years back in the US, and there was a study done by one of the, I think, newspaper. So they asked, they surveyed the people who left their job at the peak of their career. Mostly they have surveyed all the CEOs of different company. Being a CEO, they resigned, not fired, resigned on their own voluntarily. So that survey was going there and asked the reason for their resignation. That is a study. They may be studied maybe 100 or 200 CEOs who resigned from their job based on this. So questions, there is set up questionnaire whether the perks was not good, or the remuneration, the package was not good, or the facility not good, or a little subtler, like you don't have the freedom for decision making, or not enough power to run the company. Most of them are, I think 90% of them said only one thing as a reason for their resignation. They said, after achieving our top of my career, I realized this is not what I was looking for. I still feel void inside. I was earlier thinking if I go and become a CEO of that XYZ company, I will be the happiest person. The target of my life is achieved. But after being into that position, maybe all those things get with the peak of my career, I still realize it is still I have not achieved whatever I was looking for. This is called void inside. And that is the reason when they realize this is not satisfying, this job, even the peak top job, is not satisfying their urge, inner urge, they resign. Try to find out what was it. What was it the driving? Many things happened now, not only in the CEO business, maybe somebody name, fame, somebody is an actor, the peak of the maybe Oscar, everything, and then went to complete a different trajectory. So many things happened. The transformation happened there at the peak of the thing that is made. Earlier, historically, if you say that a lot of things happened, now King Emperor Ashok, after winning the greatest war in his lifetime and kill all his enemies out, then the transformation happened. Still, he realized this is not the one he was looking for. Then he left everything and then became a preacher of Buddhism. Anyway, so those happens. So those are the things, are the points what we encounter in our life. Then what makes us something we feel inside, making most of our life. It is not tuned. Even externally peak thing we let go, because that doesn't serve our inner purpose. So that's why. All right, next. Okay, so just to test that, we also, just to find out, not all of us, that it is not a secret, all of us, we We always feel that it could have been better if I got money. I could have done this. I could have done that. I could have visited that. I could have bought that. All of us, we are in a, practical world, and all of us, we have certain things and we don't find money is not enough, whatever we like to do. That is our major constraint in life, because I don't have enough money to do whatever I want. Many things we convince us because of that, because I don't have that much money, or we can blame maybe on my generation. My father didn't keep me a lot of property for me, or inherited a lot of money, wealth for me, or even you blame on your destiny, like the stars are not favoring me and bad luck. So the other people are lucky, I'm not lucky, my stars are not good. You blame anyone in the system, in this system you can never earn money. Try to go one step forward, a lot of people are dragging me down. Doesn't matter whatever you think. Suppose, so what I'm basically saying, all of us, we have that kind of hidden grudge within us. If I could got this more money and people appreciate my competence and eligibility, I could have earned more and this and that. Then I could have done more and this, that. I could have changed the world, whatever, we think ourselves we are deprived ones. Okay. Anyway, so this exercise about just to tackle that head on. How to tackle it? You assume you got whatever so-called amount figure, you received it today. After receiving, how do you spend rest of your life? What are the things you are going to do? You find out, you think about it. If I get this X amount of money, my money in my bank today, so next days, weeks and years, how I spend? What will be my approach? How to utilize them? How to, how to approach to that? Yeah, how approach and how my so-called life activities and effort, where I will focus on. So in this way, that reminds me something. One in our college, once a lot of different companies and come for some not interview, like just to giving us the little bit of background of what kind of thing. So one group came from Indian Navy. So Indian Navy came and they're giving some lecture. I attended that lecture. So there they ask one question that that time I'm talking about 80s. So the Navy, the gentleman had asked one question that if I give you 1 lakh rupees, that time 1 lakh rupees is a very big amount. Yeah. If you're given 1 lakh rupees, how do you spend it? So I'm just for let's take it for fun. Means that time I remember that many people are talking many things. I'll buy house, buy these things, buy car, and all those things. So then it came to me, and I'll just give you the psychology behind it. Then I told that I will, if I get 1 lakh rupees today, I will put it into the bank. I think the interest rate was about 12% or something like that. Yeah? So I'll get from that 1 lakh rupees, what I will get, I will interest. And I think not 1 lakh, maybe 10 lakhs. Yeah. So whatever interest I will get, I'll put it into the bank. I'll enjoy life with that interest. I need to work hard for earning money. So if that money is there, I'll put it in the bank. In the interest, I will run my life peacefully. That why should I bust my brain and fight with all those kind of things? Anyway, so this means that by giving that 10 lakh rupees, my rest of the life is ruined. I will not do anything, any effort. I'll put it into the bank and get and run to the interest and eat with that interest my living cost. So that would become if that could have happened, then it could have been a suicidal at the beginning of my career. Yeah. I will not take any effort to do anything. Anyway, so this happens to whoever come from very rich background, and they become useless because of that. Because there is a sense of entitlement or something comes that ruins their personal effort. So all the time, it is not good for the life per se. Okay, safety, security, fine. Financial security will have, but rest of the things you don't have, because you don't have that attitude to challenging situations and all other parameters you will not have. Yeah. So, in that way. Anyway, so this particular thing that you have to very carefully, you have to think what comes out of that. Yeah. If it comes out about what I have given example, that you put it in a bank and live with the interest, you understand that you are going to this pattern. Means it is not, you will be ruining rest of your life. You will not do anything, you will not take any decision, and all those things, you will be in the safety net. वो बोलते हैं ना, आराम हराम है. Okay. So that will happen, and your mind will be a devil's workshop eventually, if that is the case. Yeah. Anyway, does not matter. But honestly, think that whatever you have, got that. If you have that kind of, what will you do? Truly find out see how your imagination goes. That imagination, what you are planning to do, will show you which are your true self. Yeah? So what are the things what comes out of that? And here also, there is no right and wrong answer here. It is all of our things, that approaches are unique. This will bring you some unique characteristic from you. What you are thinking, because of the money issue, I cannot do this, and all. But when you have it, how you react to it, where you spend it, how you utilize it, that shows who you truly are. Yeah. So that part is also very important to find out from this self-inquiry exercise. Okay. Now, next is about that. What would I deeply regret not doing in life when I am at my deathbed? Again, the projection, future. Suppose your life ends. We are mortal. One day, when life will end. That the cartoon thing I have posted, I think 2 months back, that say I'm sorry, I'm sad that one day I will die. Then the dog, that cartoon is saying, but other days you are alive. No, you will die one day. But what about other days? Same here. So you have to objectively think that, suppose at the time of my death, what are the things possibly, I would regret most having not done. Those will give you, because you have no time left, so you don't have any option left. That is the time, whatever the things will come up in that exercise, that simulation, that virtual exercise of your deathbed, it will give you many, many things. What was deep inside you, still not came out because of the situation did not arise, but that time it will be. It will help you to figure out, the purpose of your life. If you can regret not doing it that time, why not to start it now and finish it off? Yeah, that is the reason of this exercise. Yeah. So it is nothing about sentimental. Oh, how can I think of my day? Don't be a child. Yeah, all of us will die one day. And truth is, there is no guarantee of our life, even future. It can happen tomorrow, and nobody knows. Anyway, that is the truth. That is the reality. So man is mortal. So only thing which is not mortal is our soul consciousness. So if we are clenched to our soul consciousness, then we can get rid of this business of, the fear of death. If you can overcome the fear of death, then you become enlightened. That is earlier, I have, I think, spoken quite a few times. If you experience in your living body what you are going to happen at the time of your death, at the time of death, what happens? Yeah. Your bank balance, your property, and your, all physical possessions are taken away from you. Fraction of a second, gone. Yeah. All your relationships, all your physical body, your name, your designation, your all experiences, whatever you call it yours, all gone in a fraction of a second. Everything gone. Yeah. So in the living body, if you can experience that, then we said we got enlightened. How? Do you have to die to get enlightened? No. Whatever happens at the time of death, you have to simulate it. Whatever you are, you call it yours. That one by one, you get detached from them, including your desires, your bodily thing, your possessions, your so-called your property, your bank balance, and things like that. You get detached from your relationships. You get detached. So that they cannot control you anymore. So you got fully liberated from these kind of attachments. And then that is the enlightened state. Yeah. So that is why it is called, at the time of death, whatever will be taken away from you, if you can voluntarily give it, truly, it's not faking that, no, nobody, I don't have any fear of losing or, no, not like that. Truly detached, so that nothing can control you, you get liberated. That is the enlightened state. Yeah. So here, if you can go to that state, simulation, then it will tell you many, many things about true you. What are your true priorities were, not what situation demanded, or I never get a chance to do this. This is all useless. There is no point in saying I didn't get a chance, because you never tried those avenues. Because maybe it was not convenient or comfortable. That's why. So that's why it may not be a thing. And see, our role as a living thing, our life is a set of probability. Okay. And we have given a potential. So probability and potential. Our job is to actualize those potentials. Actualize, making the probability to reality. That is our job in life. That is called life. Yeah. Now, maybe we have 30% of those probabilities we never explored. That's why it didn't happen. If in deathbed scenario, if you can simulate that, those things will pop up. You truly feel that, no, these areas, then now I have to know. So now at least you have got some time to work upon it, to contemplate on it, to action on it, whatever it takes. Yeah? So those things you can do it. That is the reason that exercise is important. Yeah? No need to regret at that time where there is no option left. So it is like it's now a probability. Now you have to actualize that into reality. Yeah? Because some time left, whatever time we left, at least we have that option. Yeah? So that's why we need not to regret anything at the time of deathbed. Yeah? At least something, it is not for me, I tried, but didn't happen. I'll be satisfied, at least I tried. It didn't happen, it's okay, but I tried. It is not that I never tried, I could have got this. No, nothing like that. All right. So now the next one is about, related to that breath only. At the time of my funeral, what will people think about me and my contribution to the world? Now you project yourself, you are expired, your funeral is going on, all your near dear one, friends, or all the circle, colleagues, this, that, society, neighbors, all came to attend. Now you have to think that what they might think at that time about you. What is your contribution? Not what they say, oh, bahut acha aadmi tha. No, not that. Think what they will think. If more than 50% say, "Acha hua chala gaya," you know that, yeah. If they say that, that means there is some improvement you can do, yeah, because you didn't live your best life. Means best as per your purpose, purposeful life. So still there is a time you can find out those things and act on that. So that is the purpose of this. And the next, I think this is the last one. Yeah. Now you are now gone beyond death, afterlife. So the final question is, after completion of my life, when my creator asks me, what are your major contribution to the world? What would be my reply? You again contemplate. Now you're meeting creator. Intentionally don't use the word God, because God is God of my understanding, which may not be true. Somebody created me. So I meet with my creator at that level, in higher dimensions, a divine dimension or heaven dimension. So my creator came, I said, okay, I created you, I sent you to this three-dimensional world, the planet Earth, and you now completed one full lifetime there. So many, whatever, 80, 90, 100, whatever years you spent there, last lifetime. What are your contribution to the world? So now you have to give a report. So in Hinduism, that Chitragupta will ask this question. Okay, and anyway, so the different religion, different character will come and ask the same question. Something called life review, something, Jannat mein something, but whatever. There is some judgment day, so called. So you will be asked to review your life and give that your progress report. Now you contemplate on that what report you will give. And that level, it is not possible to cheat or, unko please karne mein, because the truth is known to both the parties. Yeah. So what will be these things about your life? So that will give you huge input about that, the purpose of your life, and then your attempt or true values and whatever you've gone through, that will tell you many, many things about yourself. Maybe consciously you never, studied that in detail or something, but this is the opportunity you will get to find out those things, where as a progress report, your own life review, if you give, then give you many, many things that what you otherwise you would not have come across. Yeah. So it is a great value to you to finding the meaning and purpose of this life. So if you've done that exercise, then go through it and then contemplate on each one of them. And then if you're truly honest, it will give you the picture, who you truly are. What is truly your purpose of life? Now, I will conclude this learning session by one thing which is outside this point. So, what do you do with all those things? See, once we understand the purpose of our life, so particularly things we love to do, love to, act and plan for, and all those things. So when you have done this exercise, you will very clear what is purpose of your life and what you love to do, or, what you're passionate about and whatever name you give it. This is the thing you love to do. Whatever you love to do, then you connect it with the humanity's need of the hour. If you love to do, then you connect it, what is the need of the humanity. If you do that, then the purpose of this life will be successful. At the end of your lifetime, the contribution you make to the humanity, out of those things, what is your quality, the positivity, your passion, you are contributing to the need of the humanity in that hour. that will make your life successful. That is the after finding out what is happened, that is the one it is. So that is the ultimate, the end game of the whole exercise is all these things. You find out who you are, now you fit into the need of the earth, humanity of the hour, and then you fit, contribute that to the humanity. Yeah. So that will be your role as a human being. That is the best possible solution way forward. Yeah. So that is the whole thing is all about. All right. So with this, let's conclude this learning session. Now you are welcome to ask any question you may have. In between, let me save the attendance. Today is the first session in the month of April. Okay, Monali, I'll come back to you. Let me complete the saving this. All right. Yes, Monali, go on.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam, Monali.
Regarding the last point, Guruji, you said now we have to think about our life review after life. So if I am thinking that I am at my deathbed and I will give my life review, I was thinking all the good things are coming in my mind, that what good I did and all that. So is that my ego talking?
No. You be honest. See, this is called second guessing. Whatever is coming, you are thinking that it is good or bad or it may not possible. And don't give all these things. Whatever good coming, you write those things. No, those are genuinely coming. Only thing, it should be genuinely coming. It should not come from your ego. That part is clear. But everything is coming good. That does not disqualify them.
Okay.
You should accept it as it is, without any judgment, unfiltered. Okay. So if everything is coming good, that is fine. You should record it. Okay. It should not come at the bad things all the time. The good things, yes, why not? Yeah. So it will be part of your list. Even 100% a good thing, fine. But you should be honest in the process because nobody else to judge you, right?
Yes.
Only thing you have to make sure you are honest about it. That's all. Okay. Otherwise, if 100% good things comes, yes, why not?
No, it's not that 100% good thing is coming. Like that, when I was thinking the what good I did. First thing came in my mind that what good I did, but what bad things I did. So that is a wrong way of.
No, there is not wrong way. There is no right way or wrong way. I'm saying you follow the honest way. Okay.
Okay.
Percentage does not matter. If it is 50 good, 50 bad, or 100% good, 0% bad, or it is maybe 30% good, 7, doesn't matter. It has to be 100% honest. Okay. Otherwise, any combination is possible.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji.
Okay. All right. Yeah. God bless you. Yeah. Supratim.
Pranam Guruji, Rasdipda, Supratim here. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can see you. I can hear you.
Okay, Rasdipda, it was a churn going through this. I mean this session. It was a churn inside me. I resonated also. This is just the feedback. Coming to the question. All throughout the session, I was having one single question. See, it is easy to say that these are the things to do. but I did not find the fuel, the reason, the what we call reason for doing this, or the urge to do this, the self inquiry, the as you said, without condition, at times without judgment, sometimes being unafraid, sometimes I heard you mentioning without expectations, without having returns, without expecting returns. Also, this is beyond and above the duties of a person in both the family and the kind of greater society. I mean, this is like a too heavy, and I didn't. What is the fuel which will run this car? Is the question. How do I, get the urge and start moving? And that's it. Where do I find the urge, the
Okay.
internal urge?
Mhm.
That's
Okay. So I have some, feedback. I understood your question. Okay. So for you, you need not to go through all the questions at one go. Okay. That is my honest feedback. You read the questions, whatever you are comfortable. There are 13, 12 or 13 points questions. Suppose you are comfortable with 6 of them right now. What you enjoy doing, what you other people appreciate. There is nothing heavier into that one. You can easily find out based on our life experience. Pick up those, drop the rest of the question for now.
okay. Okay.
Okay. And do your, just for record, if you are not, I'm not saying immediately you have to take action on that. Yeah. But this will open up some area within you what you consciously not contemplated, or you are not, elaborated, thought about it earlier. It is just for the time being, that will be a food for thought. That's it. It is not that you have to do it. It is not that it is you finish it, otherwise you will go to hell. Nothing of that sort.
Correct.
But now spiritually speaking, everybody has their own time for self-inquiry. Okay. To ask this question, who am I and what I'm doing here? That is the fundamental question. So now when the urge comes that I need to know who am I and what I'm doing here, it can happen out of when we are in a peak of our career and got everything that I give an example, or it might be something terrible wrong happen in our life. Maybe some loved one we lost, then I started finding meaning. Or I suffered a massive loss in the external world unreasonably. Then I started thinking, what is the meaning of all? Doesn't matter. We call it triggering event. Doesn't matter what causes it. If we have to do our self-analysis, that is the self-inquiry is all about. Then what are those questions we'll ask ourselves? By the way, this is not exhaustive. There can be many more questions possible. I have given few examples. What is the nature of your questions? You may ask yourselves so that the truth is revealed within you, because nobody else is listening. Okay. So, as you rightly mentioned, particularly if you go to the lower level, the number, higher in the number, the question become more and more heavy. It is difficult to accept it right now as it is, because it talks about the death and things like that and all. We may not be ready yet to address those questions. Yeah, that's okay. You live it. Pick up, find out those questions, maybe 5 or 6 or 7, whatever you think that you can, there is no issues. It's relatively easy to answer. Start with that. Start somewhere. And try to figure it out. Like it is like a self-mapping. Okay. You are mapping yourself that what actually you're made of. It is for you only, for nobody else. Because you see, spiritually speaking, everybody is unique. That is the same reason I cannot tell you these are your, uniqueness and characteristics. It's not possible. I can tell few, but that will be my vision and my assessment. It may not be the truth. Only you can get your own truth. And this is the one of the way. I'm not claiming this is the only way. I'm not telling it is the best way. It is one of the ways you can get into that. So once you have got into that, maybe you will get a better idea. Maybe you develop another process for self-assessment and self-inquiry. So be it. That's good. But at least you start somewhere, to understand our role in this world and what we are doing here. World is going day by day, it is going towards a crash. Okay. So these questions, if not today, someday we will definitely ask. Whatever we learned as our own, truth, we'll see those are breaking. And I will post the poem I mentioned, poem in Mother Teresa's ashram, what was there. And there is the author is, the poet was somebody else. But anyway, so that you read into that. You will be, many things will resonate with you. These things will help us to understand many things happening in our life, what nobody tell us that this is what it is. It is easier to say that everybody is doing, I will also do it. It is easier. Okay. But if nobody is asking you to do something, why still you are doing that? Why still you clinch upon that value? This comes from something, what external factor cannot change it. Something eternal within you is driving that force. It is an attempt to go and find out that core within you, to get those things.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Guruji Rasdipta. Thank you, Guruji.
God bless you. Okay. Sushmita.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
I have two questions. The last one, you said that when we die, when we die, we some people feel good about us. They remember good things and some very bad things. But at the point of time, will the soul know that what people are thinking about my physical body, and those things, that time, does it really matter?
No, there are two parts of the question. Second part is, does it really matter? No, it doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And what others are thinking, it is none of your business. Let them think whatever they want. Yeah, okay. Just like that is a quick one. That the first one, do you able to know what others are thinking? Absolutely, yes. Everybody, you will have that omni-known category, means that field. There is a book called Dying to be Me by Anita Moorjani. So it is about she had, near-death experience, left the body and again come back. Yeah. When she left the body, like death happened medically, okay, she able to read the mind of what their relatives are going through. Her brother was, come to know, I think she was in Singapore or something, coming from India, I think, worrying about whether he will be able to meet his sister or not. Okay. That is the worry that her brother is boarding the flight. She can even read what is going on in her brother's mind that time. Like that. So this I'm giving just example. You will be able to know what others are thinking about you. Okay, that time. However, the present exercise is not about what will happen then. It is to find out now, as per our understanding, what they might think that time. We'll take that as our learning point, as a exercise, so that help me to find out anything from me, whether something we can bring it out now in my life when I'm still alive.
Okay.
Okay, that is a part. But to answer your question, I have given you both the answers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You will be able to know what after death we know what others are thinking about me at that moment of time, or what is their true, honest opinion about me. Or secondly, that whether that time it doesn't matter, because you are answerable to your creator, not to anybody else, Tom, Dick, and Harry. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And one more question is, like, if I enjoy doing something which many people doesn't appreciate, then am I wrong in that?
No. That's simple
Okay.
and short answer. Yeah. You follow your passion. Yeah.
Uh,
And what makes you happy, go ahead with that. Only thing, as I mentioned in general principle, is no harm to anything or anyone.
yes, yes.
I can,
Okay.
I will pursue whatever I'm passionate about, whatever I do, but in the process, I should not
Mm,
harm anybody else or anyone else. I mean, anything else.
mm. Yes,
That's all.
yes.
If I
Yeah,
maintain that, I have a right to do anything what makes me happy.
yes. Okay. Yes, thank you, Guruji. This is my question. Thank you.
Okay, great. All right. I think if there is any other, no, I think Pratim Smith I answered already. All right. If there is no further question, then we'll do Shanti part and we'll end the session for today. Sarvesham swastirbhavatu. Sarvesham shantirbhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om sarve bhavantu sukhino. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukhavag bhave. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Mangalam. That